Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Shall I start? Shall
So
I
let's
start,
start.
sir?
Ma'am, Sarika ma'am will just give the introduction part, and post that you can continue with your session, ma'am.
We will
Okay.
call you, ma'am, to
Sarika
start the
ma'am.
session. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. A very good morning to everyone.
Good morning,
Students are
ma'am.
still
Good morning,
joining.
ma'am.
Good morning. Good
Morning,
Good
morning.
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 Uh, Bhagavad Gita is the world's most ancient scripture as early as 3000 BC. It basically presents the counsel of Lord Krishna with Arjuna, two prominent leaders from the epic of the Mahabharata. When we talk about management, management is all about action. So, if there is no action, there is no question of management. As Bhagwanji says in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्यभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. But will he take care of those who shun their duty and think of God ignoring their responsibilities? Obviously, no. For even his favorite disciple Arjun, who wanted to leave the war and get dissolved at once in the infinite Vishwaroop of Bhagwanji, he was preached that human life is full of battles. Never shrink in fear. Fight to the last. Stand your ground and leave the result to Bhagwanji, which we call as Nishkam Karma. What an important preaching. If this is something that brings an aha moment to you, get ready to receive a great deal more insight from our today's speaker, Mrs. Vandana Kedia ma'am, joining us all the way from Bangalore. I welcome you, ma'am, from on behalf of Satish Pradhan Dnyanasadhana College. I welcome you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, the platform is all yours. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, students and faculty members. Thank you so much for inviting me. I wish to express my sincere gratitude for inviting me for the presentation on the topic 7 Key Management Learnings from Bhagavad Gita. A short introduction about myself. My name is Vandana. I am from Bangalore, as ma'am has already said, and I was born and brought up in Chennai. I have two daughters, and I even run a play school, and I also teach Bhagavad Gita shlokas recitation plus meaning. Now let's have the introduction of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. What is Bhagavad Gita? It's very important to understand what it is. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge given by the Supreme Lord Himself, it's Sri Krishna, to one of his favorite disciple, Arjun, during the great war of Mahabharata. The divine saving is compiled into 18 chapters, and in these 18 chapters, there are 700 verses or shlokas. Each chapter is believed to be part of God Himself. It is said that it is 18 chapters are the body parts of the body of the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. To put it in the other way, God Himself has simplified and explained His very existence through this Gita. The same again is put together and shown to the world as what we know as His universal appearance or the Virat Roop. The shlokas so formed are the discourse given by Sri Krishna to Arjun. So it was given when Arjun was confused. He was totally blank, demotivated, emotional, aimless, and lost track of his duty. Through this shlokas, Sri Krishna bestowed Arjun with knowledge, enlightenment, power, justice, and the right path, walking on which Arjun led his entire army to a glorious victory. It is the biggest misconception that Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a Hindu scripture only. Though it came out from a Hindu god, it has universal existence, acceptance, and importance. The fact that its origin is Sri Krishna himself, the creator of the universe, the verses which were relevant at the time it was first given to this world, are relevant even today, and do find a place in future till the time this universe has life. The word used in Bhagavad Gita is not Hindu, but Manushya. Manushya means human beings. This tells Bhagavad Gita's universal importance, rising above the factors of religion, caste, and creed. I'm sure you will find related to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, how do we understand such a vast and complex philosophy? Let's simplify this a bit. Everyone is a student at any point of time. Some are formal students, some informal. As in, some are learning in schools and colleges, gaining formal knowledge, while others learning from their real world experience, that is, informal knowledge. So, putting it even more simple, let's treat Bhagavad Gita as a subject. Subject in the sense like science or maths or literature or any other of your choice. Now, there is a question for you all. The $1 billion question is, which subject does Bhagavad Gita teaches us? So anyone would like to reply? Like, what is this Bhagavad Gita about? What is the subject Bhagavad Gita holds? You can all try. I will help you out. Any of you students?
You can raise your hand, students. If anyone wants to answer, please raise your hand.
Yeah, please. We can try.
Humanity.
Good one. Thank you. What else we can take as Bhagavad Gita as a subject? What do we learn from Bhagavad Gita?
Lessons for life.
Cool, awesome. That's the best answer. It is lessons for life. Thank you so much. Lessons for life. The subject which Bhagavad Gita teaches us is called life. Anything and everything related to life and afterlife. Right from the simplest and smallest element to the most complex decision to be taken in life, to the way one must conduct oneself in any given situation. Bhagavad Gita covers every single aspect of life, be it professional, personal, spiritual, financial, intellectual, and so on. So, coming to what we all are here for, how one can benefit from Bhagavad Gita with regards to management. A scripture which dates back to 5000 plus years, how true and relevant it is preaching today and holds good for tomorrow. Do we actually have anything to learn from Bhagavad Gita in the field of management? How can we benefit from it? Yes, everybody will have this question in your mind. So these questions are not new to the world, as there have been innumerable and in-depth research done about relevance of Bhagavad Gita with various aspects of life and how it holds to the test of time. So today, as what may be of our interest, let's try and explore and understand if we can find some correlation and management lessons from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So
Excuse me, ma'am, you can please start your camera.
my camera is not working?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just check. I'm not able to on my camera.
Ma'am, the camera sign is there now.
I tried. Shall I stop sharing and then try again?
No, it happens simultaneously, ma'am.
No,
It's okay, ma'am, you can continue.
I'll try. 1 minute. Now. Yes.
Ma'am, the screen sharing has been stopped now.
1 minute, ma'am. Is it fine now, ma'am?
Yeah, the screen sharing is visible.
And
But the camera, your no, ma'am, your camera is not visible. Your face is not visible.
oh, so when I'm sharing the screen, my camera is going off by its own.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay, ma'am. Thank you. No problem.
Okay, thank you. Now share screen is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll continue. So, important lessons from Bhagavad Gita that can be applied in day to day management. So, these are the few points from Bhagavad Gita related to management. Then there are spiritual, and then there are realization, self realization. There are many other topics. I have selected only management, as you all are management students. So, there are few points like Sankhya Yoga, as there are 18 chapters. So, what is contained in these 18 chapters? It contains one topic, as if the yoga of analysis. You need to analyze what is good and what is bad. You have one situation, like you go for shopping. You need to analyze whether you really need to do shopping, right? You really need this product, then you go for shopping. That is called analysis. Then karma yoga, the yoga of action. Now, what you are doing is karma yoga. You are attending the class. This is called karma, or your actions, your activities, your primary duties. Gyan yoga, the yoga of knowledge. So, you all are already having the knowledge. You are attending the class, you are getting the knowledge. Sannyas yoga, the yoga of renunciation or giving up. So, in Bhagavad Gita, giving up is not related to going in the Himalayas, giving your life, all your family. No, it has never been mentioned. In Bhagavad Gita, renunciation means giving up your desires, giving up your anger, controlling your senses. That is renunciation or giving up. We have unlimited desires. We need to give up that. We have so much of anger in us. We need to give up that. Then the last point is Dhyan Yoga, the yoga of meditation. So, why we do meditation? Meditation is to control our mind. Our mind, the human mind, wanders here from left to right. If you sit for a while, you will have several thoughts. So you need to do meditation. When you do meditation, you learn to control over your thoughts, your mind, and your mind stop wandering. So important points I wish to cover in brief with regards to management: analysis, that is removal of confusion and doing what is right, doing what is ethical. So it can be at any situation, not just your studies. It can be in your personal life, it can be in your professional life, it can be during your studies, it can be even while watching the screen. You really need to analyze that really I have to watch the screen. And in fact, you can analyze and you can do something productive thing. The second point, change is the only constant in this universe. Change, it's very important. And the current situation, COVID 19, has taught us, made humans realize change is the only constant in this world. Then comes the karma. Karma is a primary duty. So, you all are students, and very soon you are going to be professionals. So, today, what is your primary duty? To study, to get the knowledge, grab the opportunities, get more and more of knowledge, explore the world, explore the your studies. This is called primary duty. And for teachers, what are the primary duties? To teach the students. So the primary duties comes in the every step of life, even in our family, when you go for professional life, when you are a student. Everywhere, in every situation, we have our primary duty, and it is called karma. Whatever we do, the way we behave with others, the way we talk, is called karma. Those are activities and actions. Then comes the leadership. So leadership is there in every aspect of life, in every situation. It is not just when you go to a professional life you have leadership. If you notice, in every point of time, the leadership is there. Then comes the knowledge and learning. So in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna has said that you should be open to learn at any point of time and at any age. You should not restrict yourself that no, I have grown up, I have done enough of studies, and I will not learn or I will not listen to anyone. We should be open to learn, to listen to others. When somebody tells us something, we should be open to listen. When you are open to listen, you learn. No? It's very important that you should learn at any point of time. Then comes meditation to control your mind. So, as I said, you need to do meditation. So, meditation you can start with 1 minute. That is a procedure. Like you start with 1 minute, then you gradually go for 2 minutes. It's a very good way of calming down and to control your mind. So, next topic we will go to analysis. We will discuss little over here. Analysis, overcome confusion, and to do the righteous task. To be able to differentiate between right and wrong, ethical and unethical. Sorry. So this is the first teaching Sri Krishna gives to Arjun. So you must be wondering that Sri Krishna has given the teaching to Arjun. How do I relate it to Arjun? So everyone have to consider that you are Arjun. You are the chosen one by Sri Krishna to get his teachings. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita that only few chosen ones will get to know this secret treasure of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is a teaching, as one of you have said. It is the science of life. That means how you have to behave, how you have to handle a situation, how you have to be a person. No? See, now very soon you are going to step out into the real life, into the real world. Till college, it's a different world, it's a different life. When you step out after your college, when you step out in your professional life, you will come so many different situations. So you should know to handle that situation. This is what is being taught in Bhagavad Gita. There are many aspects. We are doing analysis. So you need to consider that you are Arjun. And Shri Krishna is giving teaching to you. So as we know, Arjun was totally confused. Now we will come to the Arjun story. Arjun, before the war, Mahabharat war, he was very confused. Because in the opposite side, it was his all were his relatives, friends, cousins, teachers, grandparents, grandfathers. So he doesn't want to kill them. So on that, this Bhagavad Gita has come into frame. On that, Sri Krishna has guided Arjun that what has to be done. He told him to analyze what is correct and what is wrong, what is ethical and what is unethical, what is dharma and what is adharma. So confused between the war and his relatives in the opposite army, that he forgot that his war was between dharma and adharma. Sri Krishna made Arjun realize that this war is for dharma and adharma and not between the relatives. Then there is nothing wrong in fighting them. But the understanding between right and wrong, ethical and unethical, should be there. Similarly, in our daily life, at our homes, in our schools, at our workplace, we do come across situations wherein we are confused as to what has to be done. And we worry too much over it, just like the Arjun was worried and anxious just before the war was about to begin. The teaching we need to remember in such situation is to analyze. differentiate between wrong and right, and take the proper action. Enact in the right purpose and spirit. Spirit is the dharma. Even it will cause a loss or damage to ourselves or someone is acceptable. But an act that is wrong in spirit, that is adharma, even if it will be profitable to us or someone dear to us, is unacceptable. So this is analysis. So I would like someone else to explain what did you understand from this. Anyone would like to add on some points on this topic? You can just unmute and say.
Yes, students, you can unmute yourself. You can start, or you can also raise your hand.
So generally what I do when I teach to students, after I discuss one topic, I tell any one of them to repeat the same, to tell me what they have understand, and I get no more beautiful points from them, because your way of taking the all the teachings will be different from me, because everyone has their own perspective. So you can share your thoughts as well. I would be glad to hear from you. No one? Shall I call your names? Or you are doing voluntarily? You can give it try. It is a very good way of public speaking and to come out of the stage fear as well. To talk in front of 116 is not an easy task. Go on, try. You will enjoy. It's just a 1 second of fear. Anyone? Oh, Varsha ma'am can call some names.
Okay, I will like to call Shivam. Are you there? Shivam Dubey. Come on, you are going to be management students.
You should know to talk.
Yeah, of course. Rajesh, so you try calling out for them.
Sir, you are in mute.
Ma'am, we are going to have a question and answer
Yes,
round.
we'll have a question
Okay.
and answer session.
ठीक है sir.
Almost
So
towards
shall
the
I
end.
continue then?
Yes.
Yes,
After the
Okay.
session, we are going to have a Q&A round.
हाँ ठीक है. Okay, we'll move to the next topic. That is, change is the only constant in life. This is very important. If you understand this fact that change will be there throughout your life. Till you have life in your body, change will be there. So there is a very beautiful shloka on this in the Bhagavad Gita from chapter 2, shloka 13. So you can see some number is there, 2.13. That means chapter 2 and the shloka number is 13. So all the shlokas in Bhagavad Gita are with numbers. So because there are 700 shlokas. So how will you remember it? You need to remember with the chapter number and the shloka number. So I will sing this shloka. So why do I sing this shloka? You can, because shloka, what is the meaning of shloka? Shloka means it is a old Sanskrit short poem. So poem we sing, or you can say also. So I will try to chant in different ways. So we generally say chanting of the shloka, because these are maha mantras. So here comes देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिर्धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति. So this is the shloka. It's in Sanskrit. So, what does it mean? Just as the embodied soul continuously passes from childhood to youth to old age, similarly, at the time of death, the soul passes into another body. The wise are not deluded by this. So, this is the shloka for change. So, change is the only constant in life. I think this lesson has been heard by everyone, and Sri Krishna himself has said this 5000 plus years ago. Just like our soul passes through stages of birth to newborn, to teenage, then we go to adult, and then we go to old age and to death, and again to birth. Similarly, in our daily life, the component called change is inevitable. As an entrepreneur, you may have to switch from one business to another. As a manager, your work profile of managing the department may keep changing, and or you may change the companies, and or company may transfer you or terminate you. Hence, we should all be prepared for all the situations that may come in front of us and accept this situation as a challenge and not as a worry. Businesses have been facing and will be facing challenges, and effective managers are those who take these challenges head on and face the situations and challenges. The very in example, the very latest live example is COVID 19. It's in front of us, we all are facing. Almost everything has changed, and it's still changing. Online education, work from home, the managers and people who are accepting the change and changing themselves are surviving and flourishing, while others are complaining and struggling. Right? Coronavirus is the very good example of the change in our life. I'll give you my personal experience about this. Coronavirus has changed my life as well. I used to run offline play school. Everything got stopped in just one night. I have invested a huge amount to open a big play school, and everything got stopped. But as I was in Bhagavad Gita, I was a very good devotee of Lord Shri Krishna. I used to chant the shlokas daily, even though I was so busy, super duper busy. You won't believe. While no, I ran to play school, so I used to carry, no, send off kids, bring the kids. There are so many tasks in running a play school. But I used to keep on chanting the shlokas. One mala used to be in my hand, and I'm doing my task and I'm doing the mala. No, parents used to see me and say, "Ma'am, you are doing some puja." I said, "Yes, ma'am, I have to do, but I'm not finding time, so I'm just doing it now." So that helped me. I didn't went in any depression. I didn't give up. No, one of my parent, the student who was coming, so the parent said me, "Ma'am, why don't you start online teaching?" I was open to that. I didn't say, no, no, I am taking offline, I will take only offline. I was open to that. I said, okay, very good suggestion. Thank you for advising me. See, what is that we learn? We are open to hear from others. You know, you are open to hear from others. So I was open to take that advice. I immediately started online. I just learned from them how to do, because I never touched laptop before COVID-19. After COVID-19 only I came to see the laptop, because everything was offline. Then they guided me 1 hour. We did the class, demo class, but that offline class didn't worked out because kids are very small. They were not willing to sit. For them also it was new. Suddenly I have to see the screen. Did so many other classes. I took tuitions, I took dance class. Nothing worked out. Then Bhagavad Gita has clicked. Somebody has put the query for Bhagavad Gita classes, and I accepted it, and I immediately started Bhagavad Gita. So this is what we learn from the situations. What do we learn? There are two things learning from this situation. You should be open to listen. You should be open to listen. When you listen to others, you first listen, then you decide what you have to do. But don't close your eyes. You should be open to hear all the advices and accept the change instead of feeling upset, or instead of feeling very sad. No, if I was in that situation, what if I would have reacted? No, no, I have to open offline. I will not do online. What would have happened to me? It was not good for me. So Shri Krishna has saved me. How he has saved me? I was chanting his shlokas. I would also like to say on this. No, you are attending this class, you are getting the awareness of what is Bhagavad Gita, what is the shlokas. These are called Mahamantras. Why this is called Mahamantras? Because it has been said by the Supreme Lord Himself. It is His words. So, what is the difference? If you take any Chalisa, if you take any Upanishads, Vedas, Bhajans, who have created? It is been created by the humans, the great disciples, the great wise men, great munis, rishi munis. This is only the Bhagavad Gita is the thing, the spiritual book, which is the words by the Supreme Lord Himself. That is why it is called Mahamantras. So, one advice, it is for everyone. Keep chanting the shlokas. These are called magical words, full of positive energy. The more you chant, the more you see the magic. It really works. So, this is what my personal experience, and I really insist I insist to everyone that no, keep chanting the shlokas. It helps in all the situations. Okay, now back to this change. So this change we need to accept. You will start your day with some planning, right? What is the planning? Planning is the management. You're managing your day. I have woke up at this time, I'll be doing this task, for 10 minutes you're giving for just rest, no, freshening up to get energy. Then 10 minutes to go for some exercises, then you freshen up, have your breakfast. Sometimes no, all this planning doesn't work. Things happen other way round. You were about to go to a movie, and you land up in college. So you should not be upset, you should not be sad, you should accept the change. You should accept the fact, okay, going to the movie was not for me, I have to end up in the college. It is very common. As you grow no, elder, as you step out of the college, when you step out in the real world, you will face this. It's very common. Every day you will plan. We have to manage our day. But you should also be ready to accept the change. If things are not going according to your plan, don't get upset. Think that it is the wish of the Supreme Lord. He is saving me from some no something which is not good for me. So always accept it. Now next we will move to karma. Karma is action, primary duties, activities, whatever we are doing in our life. The now This is the karma, what I am doing. I am talking to you all. So how I am talking to you all, that is karma. If I am not talking properly, I am using bad words, that is my bad sins. I am not doing a good karma. So, able to understand what is karma. Karma is the way we behave, we talk, we do all the things is karma. So, there are few shlokas on karma. I'll read it for you. It is 2.47. So, what does it mean, 2.47? Anyone who will tell me? What does it mean by 2.47? Come on, unmute and tell me. What does 2.47 means? Does anyone remember I said something?
Yes.
मैम सेकंड लेसन का 47 वाला श्लोक.
Thank you so much. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you all are listening to me. Okay, I'll chant this. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फलहेतुर्भूर्मा ते संगोस्तव कर्मणि. So what does it mean? So this is being told by Shri Krishna to Arjun. You all are Arjun. So Shri Krishna is telling to you, you have a right to perform your prescribed duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the result of your activities, nor be attached to inaction. Next shloka 2.48. So, what is 2.48? Anyone else would like to say? 2.48. No? Yes, somebody is saying 2.48. You can tell, it's okay.
Ma'am, it's Shloka.
Okay, your voice is break.
Ma'am, some students have the connectivity issues, they are out of the
Yes.
stations also now. That's why.
Yes, Mama. Yeah, good. I'm happy that they are understanding. So, this is chapter 2, Shloka 48. And in Hindi we say Adhyay. So, दूसरा अध्याय श्लोका 48 है ना? Okay, now I'll read for you. योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि संगं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्य सिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते. Here Sri Krishna has said, and he is saying you now, be loyal in the performance of your duty, O Arjun, abandoning attachment to the success and failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. So here nobody asked me what is yoga. It is not yoga. It is yoga. Yoga means union with God. Okay, so you should not get confused with the yoga and yoga. It's yoga, that means the union with God. Now I had one more shloka on karma, chapter 2, shloka 38. So it's being said by the Supreme Lord to Arjun. Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamavapsyasi. It means fight for the sake of duty, treating alike happiness and distress, loss and gain, victory and defeat. Fulfilling your responsibility in this way, you will never incur any sin. So we will discuss little in detail. So this is by far the most important teaching by Bhagavad Gita. As we have seen from the three shlokas that I explained in your brief, Shri Krishna clearly tells us that right to perform your duty. You should perform your primary duty. Every human being is born with a primary duty, with prescribed duties. We have to perform that. So when we perform our duty, we are doing like we say, no, you have to do your duty. So same thing has been said over here also. You need to do your duty. You cannot run away from that. That perform duty with loyalty. You should be loyal. So duty is what? It is not only related that no, you are going for a job and your duty is to go 9 to 5 and come back. No, duty is in every aspect of life. As a student, your duty is to study. Then when you step out in your professional life, your duty will be increased. You have to you have to do your personal duty also. You have to do your professional duty as well. Then you have to work for the society as well, as a society in large, and you have to take care of yourself as well. And you have to take care of you as well. If you are strong, you are fit and fine, you will be able to do other duties. If you are not fit and fine, you are not strong, how will you do the other duties? So duty is related with every aspect of life, every point of life. As a person, as a student, as a professional, and for the society as well. And next, you don't have the right over the result. We don't have any control over the result. We don't have no rights also. We don't have any rights like what will be the result. Can you predict what will be the result? No one can predict. We have control over our karma. We need to control that. So, what is controlling the karma? Doing the karmas to your best. Everyone has their own abilities. You have to do the karma, do your primary duty, do the actions, do the activities to your best. Then, perform of duty is not a sin. Performing your duty is no sin. You should do your duty. Never have a myth that performing your primary duty is a sin. Throughout Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna has said himself, you have to do your primary duty. He has said in many different ways, with many different examples, in many different convincing way, that you have to do your duty. We cannot run away. Okay, I'm taking sannyas, I'm going to Himalayas. I don't know what will happen to my family. No, or what, I don't know. You cannot do that. That is not correct. Never it has been said. Sri Krishna has said it should go parallelly. Your duties plus your spiritual life. And everything has to be performed in a proper way with ethicals, with full ethics, with proper understanding, with proper knowledge. Then, performance of duty with equanimity. You need to perform the duty with full equanimity. What is equanimity? You have to be equanimous. When you are doing something, you have certain responsibilities, you have certain commitments. So you cannot take on your personal interest. Suppose now you are studying. You have to study to get the knowledge. You cannot study for getting the higher grades. If you don't study, if you don't understand, how will you get higher grades? But if you understand, for sure you will get the higher grades because you have understood the concept. So when you understand the concept, you will appear for the exam and you will write the best because you have understand the concept. Understood? So you should be equanimous. You should be equanimous that this is my duty, I have to do. I will not think what will I'm going to get in return. What will the reward? What will be the results? What will be the fruits of actions? No. Just do it. You just have to do your duty. Next comes equanimity. So, when a decision or an action is taken with an equanimous mind, that is, it is balanced, you are impartial, you are steady, sorry, more often than not, the action or decision will be right. Successful managers are those who maintain equanimity in their work. That means they are thinking as a whole for everyone. It is not just that for my personal growth I will do. They are working as a whole. Then comes control your activity. I think somebody is unmuted.
Students, please mute your audios.
Thank you. The next topic is control your activity. Always control the controllable. What is controllable? Our efforts. We can control our efforts and never focus on the uncontrollable. What is uncontrollable? Results, external factors.
Ma'am, you are muted. Vandana ma'am. Vandana ma'am, you were
Yes,
muted,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Please continue.
Yes, ma'am. So we were talking about we need to control the controllable. That is our efforts, and we cannot focus on the uncontrollable, that is the results. So we must have seen video clips or on YouTube where many famous people say never focus on the result but always give your best shot. This is what precisely Sri Krishna himself had told 5000 years ago. What this actually mean and how this affect the performance. When an action is performed by an executive or a manager in expectation of a reward like a praise or appraisal, firstly, he is adding the burden of reward and the existing work in hand. Secondly, when we know that the results are not in our hands entirely, then what is the point of worrying about it? We don't know what will be the results. So why should we worry about that? We should in fact focus in our karma, just keep on doing our duty, give the best. So this way it affects our performance on activity. When you are worried, when you are worried about the fruits, when you are worried about the action, what happen? You will be lagging in your activity because your focus will get divided. Here will be little focus on your actions, and the rest of the focus will go over there. You should be single focused mind. Your mind should be single focused. You should do just karma. Keep doing your karma to the best. There is a very famous saying in that movie also. Amir Khan says, don't run behind the success. Success will follow you. You do your karma properly. So it's very true. Seriously. Whatever you are doing anything, just do the best. If you do the best, you get more better results. This will also have a negative impact if you are too much worrying about the results on ourselves. How? There is a new point over here. Listen carefully. What will happen if you are more focused on the result? What will happen? Something else also happens. It impact on us. It doesn't impact on anyone. It will impact you on your own self. When we are too attached to the returns or the rewards for your actions, what happens? When we don't get our return or reward as per our expectations, then what happens? When we don't get what we desire for, that develops anger, that develops upset. So now did you understand how you get your anger? How someone becomes angry? It is the desire to have something. So understand the concept. So when you control your desires, you won't be angry. See how everything is correlated with each other. Able to understand? Anybody would like to talk anything on this? Anybody would like to say something? Okay, we will go to the next topic. Trying not to control your results. Trying not to control your results. This is important lesson to be learned and fast. Result is something which is influenced by the quality of action, external factors, luck, etc. Result, the result what you're going to get has many aspects. The way you have done your karma, that is the way you have done your work, your luck, and the external factors, and many other things. We will take few examples. I'll give you few examples of the live examples. Let's take Arijit Singh or Shreya Ghoshal. The best talent, are they the best talented singers in the country? No, right? Our India is huge and India has so much of talent, right? India is full of talent. In every look or corner, someone or the other are super talented, right? There are several others. But Arijit Singh, Shreya Ghoshal, the quality of their dedication, their conviction, their practice, their singing, and of course, luck and God's grace have made them so successful. So never be disappointed when some action of yours don't yield the desired outcomes, but rather analyze whether the effort put in by you was the best. If it was the best or better than the best, never be disappointed with the result and always keep your head high. But if the effort put in was not greatest, please try to do the better next time, and even if the best is yet to come. So, you should always give your best and never try to control the results. Results will come automatically according to your efforts. Next, we will go perform your duty and treat the results equally. We need to perform our duties and treat the results equally. So be equanimous. Always be equanimous. Equanimous always is the foremost teaching in Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, whether action or in situation or in terms of treating people. Shri Krishna has always said that be equanimous. Someone's success is another's failure. Someone's gain is another's loss. This is the nature of life, and hence one should not be adversely affected by it. One should neither be over happy in success nor be overly distressed in failure. They should always be treated like the two sides of the same coin. If we are able to perform our duties and actions in this way, then our actions will be pure and we will not be annoyed with the type of outcomes. So, if you have ever wondered, almost everything in life and universe is dual in nature, right? We have day and night, we have summer and winter, we have hot and cold, sweet and sour, right or wrong, success and failure. So everything in this universe, Sri Krishna has created dual in nature. You know, there is a life and there is a death. So in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna himself has said, if there is a life, there will be duality in nature. We need to accept this. If you have happiness, you will face some sadness. If there is a winter, there will be summer. So you name it, and it possesses a dual nature. You know, something cold for us may be hot for someone else. Hence, handle all the situation with equipoise and composure, and we will be more often than not in the best mental peace. Therefore, a manager or a business owner should not be afraid or upset with the failures if he or she had put forward the right effort with the right intention and dedication. Yes, we learn from our failures. It is a very true saying. You learn from your failures. If you have failed, that means there is a no very different opportunity, very great opportunity which is waiting for you. That is why you have failed in this task. So there is something better for you. So never feel upset if you have planned something and it is not working. You have tried your best and some of your projects have failed. Nothing to worry. There is something else for you. That is why this is not working for you. You need to accept this. You need to understand this fact. Next comes, look upon everybody with the same vision. Do not love anyone too much or hate too much. This is also Sri Krishna has. So here Sri Krishna says, this lesson is important in getting the best out of your team and the best for your organization. Having fixed views on people will hamper the working culture and will hamper the result also. How to do this? Sri Krishna tells us that he is the supreme soul. So, what is supreme soul? Paramatma. That means we will break this word. Param plus Atma is called Paramatma. And English we say supreme soul. You know, every living being has a fragment of Sri Krishna as a soul. If that soul goes out, that body is dead. The body is alive because Paramatma's fragment is in our body. He is the reason of the life. So he is present in each of our souls, each of the living being, everywhere. Wherever there is a living being, it is Sri Krishna. You take as a human, you take trees, you take animals, you take birds, anything. Everyone has a fraction of Sri Krishna. So then, on what grounds can we like someone more or dislike someone more? This is due to the confusion created by the ignorance that lie inside us. So now you all have got the knowledge that every living being has Sri Krishna inside them. So you should not hate someone more or you should not love someone more. You should have a vision that Sri Krishna is there. I am seeing Sri Krishna. So how can we hate Sri Krishna? He's the Supreme Lord. We cannot hate. So with this vision, you can follow this rule. You can follow this teaching. Therefore, whenever we see someone and get angry or want to turn away our face, we should tell ourselves that Sri Krishna is there inside him or her also. It is the same Sri Krishna who is there within me, or you, or him, or her, or the bird, or any animal, and so on. This vision and the understanding will automatically do wonders in team building, in achieving any success, in doing any business, to your self improvement, for your personal growth, for helping the society as a whole, and let achieving 100% every time with everyone involved. When we do as a group, when we do as a team, then the success is more. So you need to train yourself. So how to get that? You need to train yourself. You need to train yourself that this I have learned. I have to imply this. Yeah, I have to imply in my life. Nothing can happen in one day. There is no magic. Shri Krishna has said there is no magic. There is no instant coffee. You have to keep on training yourself, keep on remembering the teachings given by the Sri Krishna, keep on trying to imply all the teachings just been given by the Sri Krishna. Now we'll go to the next topic, that is leadership. There are few shlokas I'll chant for you. So here you can see 3.20 and 3.21. So it is chapter 3 shloka 20 and chapter 3 shloka 21. I'll read it. Karmannaiv hi samsiddhi mastitha janakadayah lokasangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi yadyadacharati shreshthas tattaddevetaro janah sa yat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. So, this two shlokas, Sri Krishna has given the example of King Janak. father of goddess Sita. So by performing their prescribed duties, King Janak and other attained perfection, who should always perform your duties to set an example for the good of the world. Whatever actions great persons perform, common people follow. Whatever standards they set, all the world follows. Next one more shloka is there. 3.22, that is chapter 3, shloka 22. न मे पार्थ स्थितः कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किंचन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि. Here Sri Krishna has said, there is no duty for me to do in all the three worlds, O Partha, nor do I have anything to gain or attain. Yet I am engaged in prescribed duties. So, Sri Krishna instructs future leaders that they should not expect any rewards for their role of leadership. Their primary job is to lead the team, guide the team, and achieve the common goal of the company. Sri Krishna also instructs future managers, CEOs to become a role model so that the common man can follow them. We need to practice and practice to perform our duties with perfection. Only then we will become successful and role models for others. Sri Krishna even goes on to say that although he means it's a Sri Krishna himself, the Supreme Lord, gains or loses nothing with what is happening in this universe. Now, sorry. Shri Krishna is the CEO of this universe. He has created this universe. He is the boss of this universe. But still, every millisecond, Shri Krishna is doing his primary duty. What is Shri Krishna's primary duty? What is his karma? To take care of the sustenance of this universe. To take care of all of us, all the living beings, all the non-living beings. Even though he has appointed many gods, many celestial gods, many demigods, still he is also doing his primary duty by taking care of us. So he is saying, I have nothing to gain, I have nothing to lose, I am not attached to this universe, but still I am doing this primary duty because rest all the other gods, all the other living beings are looking upon me. If I will not work, none of them will do work. If I will not do my karma, no one else will do. So, the quality of a good leader should be with such attitude. Very soon, you all are going to be in the great positions. So, it doesn't mean that you will not do your karma, you will not do your primary duty. You have to do it to your best so that all your other rest team follow you. They also give their best. We'll take one example. We'll take an example of very great personality of our India, Dhoni. Mr. Dhoni. Mr. Dhoni didn't become India's best captain by the desire to be the best captain. He became the best captain by trying to do his best and get the best out of his team on every day they took the field. You understand? Any doubts? Do you all want to ask me anything or you want to understand something?
Ma'am, we have the Q&A session once we complete this particular session, ma'am.
Okay. So let me know. Okay, now we'll go to the next topic. This is knowledge. Lord Sri Krishna has focused this topic very clearly, knowledge. He has said in many different ways, knowledge is very important. What is knowledge? You are getting the knowledge now. You are attending some class. You are getting the knowledge. Knowledge is not restricted just to books. Knowledge is wide. It's vast. In every moment, In every aspect of life, at every moment, we get knowledge. Knowledge is there in our personal life, in our professional life, in a student's life, for the society as a whole. We need knowledge. If you have knowledge, then only you can do a task. If you don't have the knowledge, how will you go? If you want to help a society, if you want to help society in large, if you have knowledge, then only you can go and help, right? If you don't know anything, you don't have any knowledge, how will you go and help? Then if you want to help your mama, you should have that knowledge, that how to help, how to do that particular task. Then only you will go and help your mama. If you don't know, that is what called knowledge. To fold the clothes, that is also a knowledge. To dry the clothes, it's a knowledge. To go to college, study, you have the knowledge how to go to college, how to study. That is why you are doing. Able to understand. Knowledge is vast. It is everything. You should have knowledge. Gaining the knowledge is priority. That is one shloka. I'll chant for you all. Here it is 4.38, that is chapter 4, shloka 38. Nahi jnanena saddhasham pavitra miha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddha kale natmani vindati. So here it says, Sri Krishna has said this. It means, in this world there is nothing more purifying as knowledge. One who has attained this purity of mind through prolonged practice of karma yoga receives such knowledge within the heart in due course of time. So Shri Krishna is telling you should get knowledge. Never shy away from gaining knowledge, is what the Supreme Lord Himself has said. Knowledge is like the first ray of sun, which has the power to remove the entire darkness, entire ignorance. Knowledge is that fire which engulfs the component called confusion, allow us to think and take the correct decision. It is the knowledge that stays with us and guide us to perform our actions in equanimity and without attachment. While managing our teams, also guide them like a visionary, like a teacher, so that the team is fully confident when performing their tasks. So, with this, we will conclude this topic of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And I hope that you all have got some knowledge. You have taken something from me, and I was able to convey some message of Sri Krishna to you. Ma'am?
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, can you please on your video?
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing that.
Rajesh, sir. Sir, shall we proceed to the Q&A round?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Students, if you have any question, please ask. You can raise your hand. You can unmute your four microphones and please go ahead to ask the questions. Okay, ma'am. By the time they're asking the questions, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we talked about the whole thing, Bhagavad Gita, and there are many yugs, right? I don't have the deep knowledge, but right now we are in the Kali Yug. Yeah. So in this Kali Yug, how are managers, it is, I know it's not impossible, but it is difficult in the corporate world, to always behave in an ethical manner. It's very difficult. It's not impossible, but seeing the professionals and the corporate world and the ethics that they are having today, ma'am, how will you, suggest our students to be on the right track, to do what is wrong and follow the principles of Gita?
It is very easy, ma'am. It is very easy in every field. If you take, there are there are unethical way of doing the things. But when we stick to our ethics, when you stick to the teachings of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, things become very easy. Believe me, it has magic. They have to stick to their ethics, the teachings of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Keep giving their best, and nothing can stop them. Everyone faces the challenges. Everyone faces different types of challenges. Of course, without challenge, we cannot grow. We need challenges to grow. So that challenges will help them to grow. But they have to stick to their ethics. They have to stick to the teachings of the Supreme Lord. If they do that, they will grow. No, they will grow. Even that, they will not be able to believe that, oh God, I have got. That is the magic of following the right path, to follow all the ethics, to understand what is wrong and what is right. It is very easy to gain success in an unethical way, but it is a short term, it is not long term. It is a short term, it is a fact. You will go down again. But if you gain your success with proper ethics, in a right way, in a right path, by be giving your best, then there is no stoppage. No one can pull you down. No one. That is a fact of life. I have faced it. I am telling through my experience. I'm not just telling by reading the books. I'm not telling by reading the books. Even I face many challenges. But I have stick to this. I have stick to the teachings given by Sri Krishna, that always be true, always be ethical. Do your karma to your best. Everyone has their own abilities. We should give our best. In fact, more. Little more than the best. This is your capability to do little more, give more efforts, and your efforts will show. Your efforts will show for sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, anyone? Rajesh sir?
Fine, ma'am. You can proceed, ma'am.
Okay, shall I
Yes,
go to the
please.
vote of thanks?
Yeah, ma'am. No problem.
It gives me immense pleasure to give the vote of thanks for this remarkable session held on 7 key management learnings from Bhagavad Gita, organized by Department of Bachelors of Management Studies, BMS. I thank Mrs. Vandana Kedia ma'am for enlightening our students with her deep understanding on Bhagavad Gita. I would like to thank our in-charge principal, Dr. Bhushan Langi sir, our vice principal self-finance, Dr. Shraddha Bhome ma'am, and BMS department coordinator, Professor Rajesh Valeja sir, for always being so supportive to us. I also thank management of our college, Mr. Kamlesh Pradhan sir, secretary, Mrs. Mansi Pradhan ma'am, joint secretary, and Mr. Satish Seth sir, treasurer, for always encouraging us to undertake innovative ideas. I also thank our dear students for their enthusiastic participation. Hope you have a good takeaway from today's session. Now I will request all participations to fill the feedback form. The link will be shared very soon. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you so
Ma'am, we
much.
will have a group photograph.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Students, if some of you can please on your videos, we will have a group photo.
Requesting everyone to please start your cameras. All faculties and students, please start your
Yeah,
cameras.
please on your cameras.
Thank you, Bhakti, Omkar, Sandhya.
I will take a gallery photo.
Please start your cameras.
Yeah, who are there? Mansi, Manthan, Ruchita, please on your cameras. Okay, I'm taking it in a together mode.
Sir, I'm not able to. Sneha
Yeah,
here.
okay.
My camera is not working.
Okay.
Yeah, we have many seats in the gallery. Come on, rest of the students, please on your videos. जगह है और भी, जल्दी आ जाओ. Yes. Thank you, students. Thank you, ma'am, once again.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. It was pleasure, ma'am.
Thank you, same here.
The link will be shared soon, guys. You have to compulsorily fill the feedback form. Sir, shall I stop the
Yes, ma'am.
recording here now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.